The race for the playoffs over in League 2 is still hot to bloody trot, with the likes of Gillingham still within a sniff of getting into the top 7. Who's going to take advantage this weekend? We're going to get into it next. Prediction video today. We're taking a look at match number 39. That's right, over in League 2, and we'll get to it in a second. If you do, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. One-stop shop for League 2 is right here, boys and girls, as we gear up for another jam-packed weekend of action over in League 2. We'll get into all of that, of course, in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons who you are. And again, if you're new, check out the links down below. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of good stuff. We're all over the place. And again, make sure you smash the old like and, of course, hit the old subscriberino, of course. But before all that, we are going to look back at how we all got on last afternoon. Then, of course, with a recap of those last results. And they were, of course, a midweek special. Of course, lots of games, lots of drama. And here they come right here, right now. Kick it all off with this one. Bradford City against Doncaster Rovers was postponed, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Colchester United against Forest Green Rovers, though, that did go ahead. 2-0 win for the Vegans. They are climbing out of the woodwork right now, trying to make a push to safety. I think they currently are out of the bottom two. We'll see all that in a minute. Of course, Crawley Town against Notts County, 2-1 win in the end for Crawley. Got the one spot on the nose, of course I did. Crewe Alexandria did beat Sutton United 1-0 win out of the 2-0 win. Good win for the Alex there. Walsall and Barrow 1-1 in the end. Got the one spot on the nose as well as I do. Because you know what? Because I am, of course, the prediction king. That's right, girls and girls. Grimsby Town against MK Dons. 1-0 win for Grimsby. There, of course, now I'm not the prediction king no more. 1-0 win for Grimsby. I went the other way. Newport County did pick up a 5-3 win over Morecambe FC there. Big 8-goal thriller. Meanwhile, Stanley 2-1 away win against Swindon Town. I went, of course, with Swindon. Tranmere Rovers with a 2-1 win over Mansfield. Called it, lads. Absolutely called it. Meanwhile, Wimbledon picked up a 2-0 win over Gillingham. And I called that one as well, guys. You are right. Wrexham with a 0-0 draw against Harrogate Town. That was probably one of the shockers of the midweek roster there. And Salford are playing Stockport today. Of course, I'm recording this on Thursday, but realistically, I've got to get this video out today, so we will look when I'll come back to that game for those who did participate in the Prediction League. Well, here is a quick look at the table as it stands, with, of course, that game yet to be played. Mansfield Town are top of the charts with 69 points right now. Wrexham are in the second spot. Stockport County do have 2 games in hand on the likes of Wrexham and Mansfield, of course, to really regain that top spot. Crewe, Milton Keynes, Barrow and Wimbledon are in the playoffs as it stands. Sutton United and Colchester United are going down. But don't rule out the Vegans and don't rule out Grimsby Town just yet, as it could all change very, very soon. Those, of course, are the state of play in the actual league. What about our own Prediction League? Well, here it comes. Here are the winners for the previous week, because I did, of course, we had a bit of a tragedy at our house the other week. Our dog is no more, which are sad times. But this is the scores for that week, because I was so rushed for time. And then, of course, for this current week, it is, of course, Presty Hinterland up top there. Andy, Ollie, Russell Frost, Vinny Hong, James and Swindon Harvey. Well done to you guys. But of course, what you really want to know is who is kicking ass and taking names. We'll have a look at it. There's James B7FC running away with it. 1-6-1 right now. Andy, though, not far away. A couple of little slip-ups from James. And, of course, Andy could take top spot. And, of course, the Frosty is a veteran at this game. So don't muck about there, guys. If you see your name in there, make sure you smash the old subscribe, guys. But we are looking forward to the next round of games, which are, of course, vastly approaching. Of course, and we do have, again, that Salford-Stockport game. So when, of course, I get down to the nether regions here for the Salford and the Stockport matches, please bear that in mind in regards to form and the situation to the table may likely change when, of course, that game's come around. So Stanley against Notts County coming at you on March the 16th, which is a Saturday. Of course, they have played each other 18 times. 2006, we got 6 wins for Stanley, 7 wins for Notts County. Got 5 draws so far. Their biggest win for Accrington Stanley was a 2-0 win, scoring 22 goals in those 18 matches, 1.22 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Notts County 4-1 win, the biggest, scoring 27 goals in those 18 matches, 1.50 goals a game on average. 5 defeats and the spin for Notts County right now, not looking good. They are 17th 8th in the table, 47 points on the board. Goodness gracious me, they were contenders for the playoffs, if not more than that, earlier in the campaign. Accrington standing though 25% form for them right now, just one win in the last 6. They are 15th with 49 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at Stanley, it was a 1-0 win for Accrington back in April 2018. That was in League 2. The reverse fixture over at Notts County this campaign back in September was a 3-1 win for Notts County. The odds here, 2-1 is your Stanley, of course, 13-10 is your Notts County, 13-5 is of course the draw here. Going to go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. I'm not too sure which way the coin is going to land on here. Meanwhile, Barrow up against Harrogate Town, coming over at Barrow. No, these two sides have played each other 24 times since 2005. We've got 7 wins for Barrow, 9 wins for Harrogate, 8 draws so far. Of course, the biggest win for Harrow was a 4-2 win, scoring 34 goals in 24 matches, 1.42 goals a game. Harrogate, though, 3-0 in the biggest, scoring 38 goals in 24 matches, 1.58 goals a game on average. Harrogate on 25% form for them at the moment, without a win in the last 7 matches. They are 14th for the table, 50 points on the board. Against the Barrow side, who have kicked up a little bit, 42% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 3. They are 6th with 60 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Barrow, it was a 1-0 win for Barrow back in August 2022. The reverse fixture at Harrogate back in September this campaign was also a 1-0 win for Barrow. The odds here, 20-11 on is your Barrow. They are red hot favourites, 10-3 the draw, and 90-4 is your away win. That's Harrogate Town. Back in the boys at home, Barrow taking the points, moving the chains. Bradford City up against Mansfield coming at you over at Valley Parade. Now these two sides have played each other 11 times in 2007. Got 5 wins in Bradford, 3 for Mansfield, 3 draws so far. Bradford, 3-1 win the biggest, scoring 13 goals in those 11 games, 1.18 goals a game. Mansfield, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 12 goals in 11 matches, 1.09 goals a game heading into this one. Mansfield, of course, 50% form for them right now, 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. They are top, 69 points on the board right now. Bradford are 13th with 50 points right now, coming out with 58% form for them, just 1 win in the last 4 matches. Last time around, over at Valley Parade, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2023. The reverse fixture and Mansfield was a 0-0 draw. That was, of course, back in September this season. The odds right here right now, 21-10 is your Bradford, 11-8 is your Mansfield, 9-4 the draw. 2-2 in the end. Desmond 2-2, point apiece. Bradford will be happier, I think, than Mansfield. Meanwhile, Colchester United need a result up against Walsall, of course, coming at you over at Colchester. Played each other 28 times, 2004, 9 wins for Colchester, 10 wins for Walsall, 9 draws so far. The biggest win for Colchester, 5-0 win, scoring 30 goals in 28 matches, 1.07 goals a game. Walsall, 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 30 goals in 28 matches, 1.07 goals a game. At that moment, Walsall on 75% form for them right now, but back-to-back games without a win. 8th in the table, 55 points on the board against the Colchester United side, 23rd in the table, 32 points on the board. However, just 2 defeats in the last 6. They are 33% form for them, but they are winless in 6. Last time around, over at Colchester, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2023. Walsall picking up a 1-1 draw, 1-0 win earlier in the campaign back in September. In fact, Walsall unbeaten against Colchester over the last 5, 2 wins, 3 draws. The odds for this one, 7-4, your Colchester, 13-8, your Walsall, and 9-4 is the draw. 2-0 win for Walsall on this one against Colchester United. Gillingham also in the thick of things up against Grimsby in the Battle of the G's. That's right, coming at you on Saturday. Played each other 11 times since the year 2000. 6 wins for the Gills, 3 wins for the Grimsby. 2 draws so far. The biggest win for Gillingham, 3-0 win, scoring 15 goals in those 11 games, 1.36 goals a game. Grimsby, though, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 11 goals in 11 matches, a goal a game on average. They're on 58% form right now. They are cooking with gas. 21st in the table, 39 points, 38 points on the board so far. The Gills, though, 10th in the table, 55 points on the board, 50% form for them right now, winless in the last 3 matches. Last time around, over at Gillingham, it was a 2-1 win for the Gills back in February 2023. The reverse fixture at Grimsby was a 2-0 win for Grimsby back in September. The odds coming at you right now is even Stevens for your Gillingham, 3-1, your Grimsby, 9-4. It's the draw. 2-1 win for the Gills, back to anyways. Grimsby taking the L. The Vegans up against Sutton United in a relegation crunch clash here. Coming at you over at Vegan Land. They have played each other 6 times in 2016. 3 wins for the Forest Green, 1 win for Sutton United, 2 draws so far. The biggest win for Forest Green was a 1-0 win, scoring 8 goals in those 6 matches, 1.33 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Sutton United's biggest win, their only win, was a 2-1 win, scoring 6 goals in those 6 games. That's a goal a game on average. They're on 33% form. Our Sutton United just 1 win in the last 6 games. They are 24th with 27 points on the board. Up against the Vegans, just 1 defeat in the last 5 now. They are starting to creep up into some form here. 58% form. They are 22nd in the table with 33 points right now. Last time around, over at Forest Green, it was a 2-1 win for the Vegans back in August 2021. That was in League 2. They are unbeaten against Sutton United over the last 4, including the 1-0 win last time around over at Sutton United back in September. The odds, 6-5 is your Forest Green, 5-2 Sutton United, 9-4 is the draw. Don't forget, Forest Green were in League 1 last season. Going to go with a win for the Vegans, 1-0 win, taking the points and putting Sutton in the shit. Meanwhile, MK Dons coming at you up against Crewe, bit of a zing-zong this one. over at the Stadium MK. Played each other 22 times since the year 2000. 10 wins for MK Dons, 8 wins for Crew, 4 draws so far. The biggest win for Milton Keynes was a 5-0 win, scored 42 goals in those 22 matches, 1.91 goals a game on average. Crew, though, 3-1 win the biggest, scoring 26 goals in 22 matches, 1.18 goals a game heading into this one. Crew, though, on 58% form for them right now, 2 defeats in the last 6. They are 4th, 64 points on the board. Up against the MK Dons side, 58% form for them, also 2 defeats in the last 6. They are 5th with 64 points as well. You couldn't have asked for a tighter match. Last time around, though, over at MK Dons Stadium, it was a 2-1 win for Milton Keynes back in April 2022. That was in League 1. The reverse fixture at Crew this campaign was a 3-1 win for Crew way back when. The odds right here right now, 11-10 on is your MK Dons, 13-5 the draw, 3-1 is your long shots, which is Crew back in MK Dons. Unfortunately, they're going to take the win and move the chains. Meanwhile, there'll be Swindon Town up against Doncaster Rovers coming to over at Swindon. Now, they have played each other 17 times since the year 2004. 4 wins for Swindon, 8 wins for Doncaster, 5 draws so far. Now, the biggest win for Swindon, 2-0 win, scoring 15 goals in those 17 matches, 0.88 goals a game. Doncaster, though, 2-0 win the biggest, scoring 20 goals in 17 matches, 1.18 goals a game on average. Just 1 defeat in the last 6 for Doncaster right now, hitting form really at the wrong time. Of course, 19th for the table, 43 points on the board. Against the Swindon Town side, just 1 win in the last 6, 33% form for them right now. They're, of course, 18th for the table, 44 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at Swindon, it was a 2-0 win for Doncaster back in February 2023. The reverse fixture at the Keepmoat was a 0-0 draw back in September. The odds coming at you right here, right now, it is Swindon 23-20 for the victory, 5-2 the draw, 23-10 your away win. Of course, it smells like a draw, and it is a draw in my eyes. 1-1 point apiece. Wimbledon up against Newport County coming at you over at Plough Lane. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times in 2008. 5 wins for Wimbledon, 2 for Newport County. Is 7 draws so far. The biggest win for the Dons, of course, 3-0 win, scoring 26 goals in 14 matches, 1.86 goals a game. Of course, the visitors, 4-1 win, the biggest, scoring 21 goals in 14 matches, 1.50 goals a game on average. Newport County, 50% form for them right now, 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. They are 12th with 52 points on the board. Against the Wimbledon side, 58% form for them, winning 3 of the last 4, and they are 7th at the table with 57 points right now. Last time around, though, over at Wimbledon, it was a 1-1 draw back in December 2022. The reverse fixture in Wales early in the campaign back in September was a 2-2 draw. In fact, the last 3 matches, the two sides locked horns in the league was all draws. That's right. The odds coming at you right here right now, 11-8 on is your Wimbledon, 11-4 the draw, 4-1 is your long shots. That's Newport County back at the host, 2-1 win. Wimbledon taking the points and moving the chains. Next up, we'll go to Wales with Wrexham up against Tranmere coming at you at the racecourse ground. Played the 14 times since 2003. 6 wins for Wrexham, 5 wins for Tranmere, 3 draws so far. The biggest win for the host there, 4-2 win, scoring 18 goals in 14 matches, 1.29 goals a game. Tranmere, though, boasting a 5-1 win, scoring 19 goals in those 14 matches, 1.36 goals a game. Of course, both sides on 58% form. Of course, Tranmere, though, unbeaten in the last 3. Up against, over 16th in the table, 47 points on the board. Up against the hosts, 58% form for them as well, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are second with 67 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at Wrexham, it was a 2-2 draw back in January 2018. That was in the National League. The reverse fixture at Tranmere back in, of course, in September was a 1-0 win for Wrexham. The hosts, the home side, whoever they may be, haven't won this game since Tranmere beat Wrexham back in October 2016. The odds coming at you right now, 20-11 on is your Wrexham red hot favourite, 16-5 the draw, 5-1 your long shots here. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Wrexham all the way to the bank. Next up, we have Salford City up against Morecambe. That's coming at you on Sunday, March the 17th. They played each other 5 times in 2019, 2 wins apiece, 1 draw so far. The biggest win for Salford, 2-0 win, scoring 7 goals in those 5 games, 1.40 goals a game on average. Morecambe, 1-0 win, their only win, or the biggest win, scored 6 goals in those 5 games, 1.20 goals a game on average as well. Morecambe coming at you with 42% form for them right now, back-to-back defeats. They are 11th in the table, 54 points on the board. Against the Salford side, winless in 4, just 1 win in the last 6, 33% form for them, and they are 20th with 40 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at Salford, it was a 2-1 win for Salford back in November 2020. The reverse fixture in Morecambe back in September was a 1-0 win for Morecambe. The odds, 11-8 on is your Salford, 11-4 the draw, 4-1 of course is your visitors. That is Morecambe. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. All eyes on this one, of course, on the Sunday. Meanwhile, all eyes on this one, of course, coming at you on Monday. It's Crawley up against Stockport coming at you over at Crawley. Of course, played each other 3 times, 2022, 1 win apiece and 1 draw. Of course, we'll talk about the form or the recent games in a second. Crawley, though, 83% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6. They are 9th, 55 points on the board at the moment. Up against the Stockport County side, 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. They are 3rd with 66 points on the board, of course. Last time around, over at Crawley was a 3-2 win for Crawley back in September 2022. Reverse fixture at Stockport back in September this campaign was a free draw, of course. The odds coming at you right here, right now. 3-1 is your Crawley, 13-5 is the draw, 11-10 on is your Stockport County. I'm going with a draw here, but it might even be a win for Crawley with that form. 5 wins of the last 6. They are cooking with gears. That's right. That's, of course, my take on it, guys. And if I'm right, the table will look something like this. Of course, Mansfield Town top the charts. Wrexham level on points with them. Stockport County struggling a little bit, but still have 2 games in hand. There's MK Dons, Crewe, Barrow, and then Wimbledon going down. Sutton United and Colchester. Of course, we're heading into the international break after this games, but I think League 1, League 2 will have some sort of fixtures, but we'll, of course, we'll check it all out over the weekend. We'll see when we come back. But until then, subscribe, smash your like, and of course, keep on going. We're nearly there. Season is of course, vastly coming to a close, and the Easter fixtures aren't too far away.